Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a story that feels like it's been pulled straight from a sci-fi movie, but I promise you, it's very real. We're talking about the company behind your social media feed making a gigantic bet on nuclear power. And why? To fuel its massive ambition to build the future of artificial intelligence.
So let me ask you, what do you think really powers the AI revolution? It's so easy to think it's all about brilliant programmers and complex code, right? But there's this huge physical reality that we don't talk about nearly enough. AI is incredibly power hungry, and that hunger is creating a massive headache for the tech giants leading the charge.
Yeah, it's not just about data. Think about it. Every single time you use an AI chatbot or you generate a cool image, you're tapping into a global network of data centers that are consuming an absolutely astonishing amount of electricity. That's the real physical footprint of AI, and believe me, it is getting bigger by the day.
At the end of the day, these systems need raw physical power, a staggering amount of it actually, to run the supercomputers that make it all happen. And as AI gets more and more powerful, its thirst for energy is becoming one of the biggest challenges for the very companies building it.
This insatiable appetite for energy, that's the real hidden cost of the AI revolution. And it sparked a whole new kind of arms race in Silicon Valley. Not for the best coders, but for raw, unadulterated power. The company that can secure the most energy is going to have a huge advantage in this race to build the future.
Okay, so how are the tech giants going to solve this energy crisis? Well, today we're going to zero in on one of the biggest players in the game, Meta. And their solution is as ambitious as it is controversial. It all starts with a project they named Prometheus, after the Greek god who stole fire from the heavens. You see, Mark Zuckerberg isn't just trying to build a slightly better AI. He's aiming for what's called superintelligence. We're talking about an AI that could literally outthink a human on pretty much any task you can imagine. And to power that kind of ambition, you need a revolutionary amount of energy. So, enter the Prometheus supercluster. It's this absolute beast of a machine being built in Ohio with one single purpose: to give birth to superintelligence. But there's a huge catch. A machine this powerful has an equally powerful thirst for energy. So the billion-dollar question for Meta became, how in the world do you power a god? And this is where the story takes a really sharp turn. Because Meta's answer to that question is a massive bet on one of the most powerful and controversial technologies on the planet: nuclear power. You heard that right. A tech company famous for social media is diving headfirst into the world of atomic energy. And look, this isn't just a one-off deal. Meta is going all in on nuclear. They're partnering with 3 different companies to secure a massive, dedicated supply of atomic energy. They're not just buying power off the grid anymore. They are actively investing in the future of nuclear tech just to power their AI goals. This is a total game changer. But here's the number that really just blew my mind: 6.6 gigawatts. That's the amount of new, dedicated nuclear power Meta is aiming to get its hands on by 2035. To put that into perspective for you, 6.6 gigawatts is more electricity than the entire state of New Hampshire consumes. We're talking every home, every business, everything. An amount of power equivalent to a whole state, all being directed to fuel one company's AI ambitions. It's just wild. Now, of course, Meta isn't just framing this as a simple business decision. Oh no, they're framing it as a matter of national security. The argument is that in this global race for AI dominance, the country that controls the most computing power and the energy to run it is going to have the ultimate advantage. So in a way, Meta is positioning itself as a key strategic asset for America's future. But here's the thing. Meta is not the only tech giant making this huge play for nuclear power. This is a trend that's been building for a little while now, and honestly, it's starting to look like a full-blown gold rush for atomic energy out in Silicon Valley. And when you just look at the timeline, you can see exactly how fast this is all happening. We are not talking about some slow, gradual shift here. We're talking about a rapid acceleration of investment and commitment from the biggest names in tech. It's totally clear that the race for nuclear-powered AI is on, and it's happening right now. And okay, here's where the story gets even more interesting. Because this isn't just about big companies making deals. It's about the very powerful individuals who are shaping the future of both AI and energy. And one of the key players in Meta's big nuclear bet has a very, very close connection to the man behind ChatGPT. That's right, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI. He's a major investor and was a key figure behind Oklo, one of the nuclear companies now partnering with Meta. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of a powerful new alliance forming between the titans of AI and the pioneers of nuclear energy, an alliance that could have massive implications for all of our futures. So what does all this mean? Well, it's pretty clear we're witnessing a pivotal moment in the history of technology. This isn't just about a new power source for some data centers. This is about the very nature of the tech industry itself and its role in shaping our world. The lines are completely blurring between the digital and the physical world. Companies that once existed only in the world of code and data are now becoming major players in heavy industry and critical infrastructure. They're not just building the future of the internet anymore. They're building the future of our energy grid. And that brings us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? As AI becomes more and more woven into every part of our lives, who do we really want controlling the on-off switch? Because it's becoming increasingly clear that the companies that control the future of AI will also control the future of our energy. And that's a concentration of power that should make every single one of us stop and think.